I addressed this. This ain't just on camera. I made calls. I called T-Rail after I said that shit when I was like, when I went on that episode and I was like, niggas are gonna stop playing with me and poking at me. My boiling point was there. I told y'all then. I said it. This is the warning. This is the warning. Everybody talking about give warnings. That was the fucking warning. I called out a higher up who was playing with me the most and didn't let shit go. And I felt like on and off camera had a different animosity towards me more than anybody else. So he's who I chose to call out. The hype man. The co-star. That's who I chose to call out. And I still did it respectfully. I still did it respectfully. How can you get mad at a person for saying, I'm at my boiling point. This is the warning. I'm calling out a higher up. Not nobody else. Not Six, not Jack, not Illa, not nobody. I'm calling out a higher up. Telling you, stop fucking with me. Stop playing with me. That's what I said. I said people are going to stop playing with me like smack. I could have just kept it at people are going to stop playing with me. I could have just did that, but everybody's like, that's so PC. Put a name on it. Put a name on it. So the time I put a name on it, let's talk about off-air conversations. So the time I put a name on it, I'm the bad guy, right? So I'm like, I say what I say. I call context for show fucking matters, boy. I love that you said that because that's literally what this is about. Y'all gonna hear so many stories and throughout other episodes, I'm sure shit gonna come up that I'll just clarify from old shit just because I'm not gonna be able to all do it all tonight. It's so much smut on my name and lies and bullshit and shit that I can clarify that did not happen that way and stand on it 1,000% 10 toes on the platform by myself with nobody around. I can stand on that. Nigga, the context will matter. But I did that shit respectfully. And I got shunned for it. Oh, man. I got shunned for it. Oh. I got shunned for it. Boy, did I. And what did I do? I was a model friend. A model employee. You might have to take them out one time and feed them. Sorry, I'm living I got a home life. I have a girlfriend / wife, and I have dogs, bro. So, you know, sometimes when we doing this shit, it's going to be real life going on. But, I made calls when this happened. After I said what I said about niggas going to stop poking at me and stop fucking with me, and I said Smack's name, he crashed out on me. Bro, I didn't even disrespect him. I didn't even, and especially even with the shit I'm saying now with jokes and all the mocking his voice and the whole shit, like, that's content. That's jokes. That's how you differentiate on this shit, who's doing jokes and who's serious. And he wasn't doing jokes when he responded to me. There was no jokes. When you start calling niggas bitches and you would run the fade and you would get fired and use a mark, use a hoe, all this. When you start doing all that, that's how you really feel about me. That's not content. And where are we drawing the line? If I work for you.
Feed them first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do we draw the, like, if I'm working for you and running a place of business, you don't give me no type of respect. You get on air in front of 5,000 people and you call me out my name. I never one time called Smack out of his name. Hype man? Okay, cool. I was a hype man. I was a hype man for Twist for 2 tours. Okay, great. But that's trolling. That's how you separate jokes from how I really feel about you. Like, I never once called him, talked about his foot. as far as affecting his life for real. I never talked about his upbringing. I never talked about his mentality. I never called him out his name. I never attacked him personally. So when I said what I said and he responded and crashed out the way he did, and I could tell he was serious and it wasn't trolling and jokes anymore, I made a call. Doing what anybody would do in that situation, you call another person in a higher place and you figure out, hey, maybe you can talk to this individual and see if there's a disconnect. How can we smooth it out? As the high boss, you're supposed to smooth out the issue with your co-star, with your assistant manager, right? If you're the manager and and you have an assistant manager who has a problem with employee, who's responsible for making sure that is squashed and smoothed out and sat down with HR or had a conversation? Who's responsible for that? Who's the person that you go to after you have a dispute with an assistant manager? Oh yeah, I did call him Antoine Bigums. But see, that's jokes. I used the video and everything, bro. Like I didn't that's jokes, bro. Like that's why I never did. I've never got on here and called nobody no bitch ass nigga and disrespecting me until I said that shit to Dijon. I've never done that to nobody. So that's jokes. You got to be able to differentiate that. I need a little index. Oh, you already got it. Thank you. I ain't never do that. So who's supposed to do that? Who's supposed to do that? Somebody, right? Somebody's supposed to do that for sure, right? The person that's leading the store or leading the company, that's somebody who's supposed to smooth it out and tell their assistant manager, like, let's really shout out to Scotty, bro. All love, my nigga. Yeah, but like that's who's supposed to do that. That's who is supposed to. The big dog. I don't have a relationship with Pun like that. Me and Pun have texted maybe one time, one message about something, one DM maybe ever. I don't have a relationship with him. So if y'all saying like he was the person that should have called it, no. T-Rail was the person who was supposed to make sure that situation with me and Smack was smoothed over and we can coexist peacefully and respectfully and operate and have a line that's drawn in the sand of where we're not going to cross anymore. I made that call to that person. I made that call. Shout out to anybody who's hating in the chat. I can't really watch everything. I'm trying to get glances, but you are subscribed, so thank you. If you just wanted to hate and unsubscribe after, I'll accept that as well. But thank you for appearing here with these 1,000, 1,100 people. I appreciate you for showing up. And again, I'm going to do this multiple times. Thank you to everybody who's in here showing love. You are much appreciated. But yeah, I put that call in. I said, hey, bro, I just got to get some clarification. I need to know, like, what's the temperature like? What is Smack's temperament? Like, that shit on stream, like, if I crash, like, am I crashing out? Is this content? Like, what am I doing? I literally asked my higher ranking manager. Again, we're using employment terms. These aren't terms. No, I did it this morning. These aren't terms I would typically use, but for the sake of the analogy, I reached out to my highest ranking manager and I said, I'm not comfortable with how he's talking to me in front of all these people. I'm not comfortable with the disrespect that I'm getting on air and pretty much the behind the scenes conversations that I'm catching wind of. So if I'm not getting that respect from my assistant manager who's technically in charge of me and they're threatening my position, and I call my head manager and that manager says, man, that nigga really ain't fucking with you. He don't fuck with you, bro. And I'm like, so is it just like content, or is this like he really like, how do I have to handle myself in rooms? Like, do I shake this nigga hand when I pull up to an event? Is it that type of time? Is it like, am I supposed to play this like a fake? I don't know. Am I supposed to be fake? Like, so I asked, what time? What am I supposed to do? Do I go crash out on Fair to Say? I got a platform. I can kind of say something now, right? Do I go crash out? Nah, he really ain't. Nah, he really ain't. He ain't fucking with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of them niggas really ain't fucking with you for that. Them niggas ain't really fucking with you for that. So it just makes me wonder if I did the right thing by reaching out, because it didn't seem like there was any resolution that wanted to be made. It was more so of, you don't like what's going on, you can groove. What's that Nick Young meme, I think it is, or was Carmelo? Carmelo, that nigga said, nigga told me pretty much, to sum it up, really ain't fucking with you, tread lightly, you know what I'm saying? But if you really ain't fucking with what we got going, you can groove. So then what is that to do, right? Let me just go in. We're going to wind this down. We'll probably close out the stream. I ain't going to go too crazy. We're going to wind it down, talk about some regular shit. But so what am I supposed to do at that point as an employee where your highest ranking boss don't even really want to really pretty much mediate, other than, man, call that nigga. Man, just call that nigga. Which could have happened. Cool. Fault me for not being the man and just being like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna call him. But eventually you get tired, bro. Why do I gotta be the bigger man all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I gotta be the bigger man all the time? I get it. I hold myself to that standard and act like that. But damn, when I'm being fucked with, I always gotta be the bigger man and take the higher road. Like, come on, man. That shit starting to get unfair. It should start to be super biased. And it's like what stance do I have to stand on where he not fucking with me, and then because he not fucking with me, the other nigga not fucking with me, so now the nigga that brought me into it, who fuck with me, really ain't got a leg to stand on, because everybody's rallied up against me and nobody's speaking up for me. So what am I to do as an employee, right? What do I do, chat? Hey, it's the first time I said chat. I feel like Kai Sinat. Chat, what up, chat? What up, tribe? That's what I'm gonna say. I gotta get that in my vocabulary. Like, how, like, what tribe, like, tribe, how do we feel about that? Like, as if you're an employee, I'm sure, respectfully, like I said, I probably worked 25 jobs from the age of 15 to 30. 15 years, I'm sure I had at least 25 jobs. I was a hothead. I was crazy. But I know how it works when you run in a place of business. I've dealt with it. I've been on the bad end of the stick. I've seen it with other people. I've been in management, higher positions. I've had to deal with shit like this. And I've seen it. So, and most of all, so again, no disrespect, I've been self-employed for about 5-6 years. I've had my ups and downs. I've been low, been broke as a motherfucker. I've been good, making 5 figures a month. I've been in good positions. I've been in bad. You know what I'm saying? But I got the experience of being in business and knowing how to operate HR, operate like a company, or with respect or morals or integrity or humility. I know how to move like that. And it wasn't moving like that. So for everybody in the chat, all my tribe, if y'all have a job, I'm sure a lot of people do. Again, respectfully, respect to anybody who's grinding and hustling. What do you do when you having problems with your assistant manager and maybe another assistant manager kind of don't like you either, but one's really acting out, two really don't kind of fuck with you. You go to work every day, it's kind of uncomfortable. You don't really want to be at the events. Like, you feel like kind of ways niggas is feeling some type of way. You go to resolve it with the person in charge, HR, and they're not helpful. They essentially don't rectify the situation or even attempt to smooth anything over with the people or with my assistant managers. So what do y'all do? Long-winded question. I'm long-winded. Sorry. What do y'all do when you reach the point where you say, oh, I didn't even tell y'all the rest. He has the right to fire you. He your boss. So I can't react. After that, and after the playing with my seat and position and what I do for fair to say, it just became evident that it was over the boiling point. Niggas really didn't have my best interest of heart on that platform. They didn't want to see me grow and outshine them. Let's get to that. Jesus. I first time hitting it. Let's get to that. Because, I mean, if we being real, and again, because context matters in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I need to put a little disclaimer like Apollo got. If we being real, like, was nigga scared? Was I becoming too much? I don't know. Maybe I'm big-headed. Maybe I felt like what I was bringing to the table was valuable and it was something different that people would respect and help catapult something to the next level. Maybe I was modest. I was very modest and naive throughout all this shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Boy, I had some blind loyalties. Boy, god damn. Crazy. Like, I was being loyal to niggas I really feel like I was blind loyal, dog. I was really just, call it trying to fit in, but like I told y'all earlier, I ain't really got nobody out here, bruh. Like friends and homies that I can call for a pull up or a function or just to chop the shit about sports. I ain't really got like homies like that. I moved out here. I knew a certain amount of people. They introduced me to other people, and here we are. So call it naive and trying to fit in and trying to like whatever, that's what it was, then that's what it was. Well, shit, I'm drinking. It's a moment of clarity. Trying to fit in. I guess I wanted to be down. You know what I'm saying? It was something with the homies that I felt like, man, these people are cool. I like the vibe they giving off. I can dive in and give something different. I wanted to be down. So I attribute that to like, you didn't want me to continue to grow and shine, whether people still hating on me or not. I'm not saying they didn't hate on me. They was hating on me, but people were also showing love, and my light was shining at that table. And through all the bullshit, my light was still shining. Throughout all that, I was still really just pushing through the bullshit, providing good context, providing good conversation, steering shit the right way. Like, I felt like I was shining. People was like, why do you think the support is so real for this? Whether people want to hear drama or not, why do you think the support was so real for me doing this? Because people see what's going on over there and see all the weird activity that's going on, and they also seen the potential in me. I'm not even speaking from just like arrogance. I'm speaking from messages. I can scroll out, man. If I could scroll through my Instagram on the screen, right, I probably could, but I'm not gonna sign it to my personal one on here. But oh yeah, too. Let me. When I was just talking about I don't want to shine it to my personal shit. Let me just flex something real quick, cause I want niggas to think I'm not just. Where are we doing? What are we doing? Give me some time. I'm still finna flex. Fuck what niggas talking about. Niggas don't think we doing something. Oh, that's funny. Niggas think I can't run Streamlabs. Oh my God, that's funny as fuck.